Well done, Will, very nice. Would accountants make good world leaders? To answer this question, we need to examine what makes a good world leader. What traits these men and women have in common? Like any good accountant, I analyse the great leaders of our time and came up with 4 important traits. Great leaders are realistic, accountable, they fight for justice, and they're selfless. What I'd like to propose is accountants also exhibit these traits. Accountants are realistic. Like Chris, I'd like to draw on my university experiences and give a quick story about my university accounting lecturer who had 2 things he liked to teach. 1, when you came in late, he'd shake his cane at you, threaten you with it. 2, he had something that he called Ted's Law. Now, Ted would say that there are 2 certainties in life when you tell people you're an accountant. 1, they'll ask you to help you with their tax return. 2, the second is in no way, shape or form, it will help you with girls. And he's right. I don't think that conversation's actually ever occurred. See, accountants are boring, but we are realistic about it. Accountants believe in rules and numbers, and the application for the greater good. This is our world. Tough decisions require a realistic outlook and ability to weigh up both qualitative and quantitative factors. As you can see, we're bound by standards which require us to weigh up quantitative and qualitative factors. Accountants are accountable. Auditors are required by legislation to consider all intended uses of financial reports, regardless of socio-economic, political or demographic standings. Accounting often requires determining how we achieve the greatest good for the most number of people. This is what democracy is. It's also known as utilitarianism. When an auditor signs off on a financial report, we are 100% accountable and liable for our opinion. Unlike some world leaders, accountants are held accountable for their mistakes. I'd like to address the point that Will raised earlier in that accountants cannot forgive. Who wants to forgive political lapses and millions of dollars worth of fraud? Accountants fight for justice. There is no question that accountants are more likely to be crime fighters than criminals, as you can see from the picture. Even Hollywood recognises that accountants are crime fighters. Who can forget the accountant in Schindler's List, who saved the lives of many Jewish people in World War II? Or the accountant who brought down Al Capone on tax evasion charges? Or the courageous actions of the fictional forensic accountant? Now, I'd just like to share with you a quick clip.
As a little kid, didn't you dress up like House of Robbers? I'll tell you what I did as a little kid. I went to school, I made my bed, and at age 11 I audited my parents. And there were some discrepancies, and I was grounded. What the hell? I'll tell you what I did as a little kid. I went to school, I made my bed, and at age 11 I audited.
So Will Ferrell is a forensic accountant, and today forensic accountants fight many crimes by large corporations, and particularly fraud. For example, Robert Maxwell Publishers and Enron. Forensic accountants even catch out other accountants who are engaging in fraudulent activity. Accountants are always accountable for their actions. Accountants are selfless. There are countless stories of world leaders who create scandals by acting in their own interests rather than the interests of the people. John Howard, quote about GST, backflip. Bill Clinton, the Monica Lewinsky scandal. And George Bush, just George Bush in general. Accountants are different. We're boring. We don't have scandals. We admit our shortcomings and often use more qualified people to assist us with our decision making. ASA 600. The auditor's education experience enables the auditor to be knowledgeable about business standards in general, but the auditor is not expected to have expertise of a person trained for or qualified to engage in practice of another profession or occupation. Being an accountant requires an ability to work in a team where each member is able to have their say. Finally, accountants also have to resist financial incentives and pressures. We cannot take gifts or rewards from clients for our work, because this may compromise our professional objectivity. So to summarise, accountants are realistic, accountable, crime-fighting and selfless. With accountants as world leaders, the world will balance. Thank you.